Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending on the time that you are viewing this video. My name is Jacente Montalban, and I am going to do a presentation on effective communication, especially in the workplace. And I hope you will enjoy this video and this presentation. When we talk about communication, communication is one of the most important skills to master, especially in the workplace, which is what the topic is today. We're talking about communication in the workplace. Today, I will be talking about effective tools and skills one must possess in order to become an effective communicator, especially in the workplace. No matter what industry or what profession you are in, effective communication goes a long way. And it goes away towards establishing like mutual relationships with your coworkers. Let's look at it. First, to be an effective communicator, one must possess the value of respect. Respect goes a long way. You have to be able to respect others, to treat others the same way you would like to be treated. Therefore, if you respect others and you treat others the same way you would like to be treated, you're going to get the same response. People's going to respect you and they're going to treat you like you treat them. Okay? First, to be an effective communicator, you know that the value of respect. So we said that. So that's very important. And part of respecting others is to value your colleagues, is to value your coworkers, and to value their opinions, especially if their opinions is different from yours. And you're going to treat them with dignity, courtesy, and kindness. Second, one must be a good listener. Now, we all know that listening is a great tool for communication. For you to communicate with someone, you have to be able not only to speak, but you have to be able to listen when the other person is speaking. Listening is a process of communication. When you listen, you must first seek to understand what is being said before you. Okay? So then when you speak, you have to wait for others to respond. Third, we're going to avoid being defensive. How do we do that? Well, let me tell you, it's okay for others to disagree with you. It's okay for others to criticize you. When someone criticizes us, it is common to react in a defensive manner. It is common. But you know what? To be an effective communicator, you cannot be defensive. You cannot react in a negative manner just because someone is being critical of what you said. You can't be like that. But as an effective communicator, we have to learn how to monitor our action and avoid being defensive when others don't agree with us. Now, let's talk about body language. Ooh, body language is very, very important. We have to be aware of our body language and our speaking style. When we speak, we must be aware of our body style and especially our facial expressions. We must be careful and ensure that our speaking style and our body language does not contradict to what exactly we're trying to say. Because sometimes we can say something, but then our body language gives a different meaning of what we're saying, and you don't want that. So you have to be very careful when you're speaking and what your body language is displaying to others. So now, both verbal and nonverbal communication is important. So you have to be clear, you have to be concise, and you have to maintain an eye contact when communicating with others. In communication, the body language accounts for about 55% of what is being said. So which makes the body language extremely an important factor when you're communicating. Okay? When we work somewhere, we tend to build relationships with our colleagues, with our co-workers. We spend a lot of hours at work. So therefore, we need to take advantage of opportunities to interact on a personal level. with our coworkers so that we can build a better, stronger relationship to ensure like effective collaboration and teamwork. If you want good teamwork and good collaboration, you need to have that relationship with your peers, with your colleagues, with your coworkers. You need to get along. You need to have that communication where everyone is at the same page, where everyone doesn't have to agree, but then everyone has to have, a communication where we can be able to communicate with others, okay? An effective communicator, one must be open to different diverse viewpoints of others, especially those that have different views and different backgrounds, okay? So therefore, that's an excellent way to broaden our perspective, okay? So you have to be able to know that there are different views, there's the people with different backgrounds, different opinions. You have to be able to accept that. And then to be an effective communicator, you have to be able to deal with that. That's an excellent way for you to broaden, your own perspective. We must all take time to listen. When responding to others, we have to consider responding appropriately to opinions that are different from our own. And then honesty. Honesty is an important key element with communication. People appreciate honesty. So when we are dishonest, we risk damaging relationship, which we can avoid by just doing honest communication. Shouldn't be hard to be honest. When communicating with our peers, we need to make it a commitment to interact directly and honestly with them. Okay? Like I said before, everyone always appreciates honesty. So, in conclusion, for my presentation, I want you all to know how important it is for communication and how you can have effective communication. Okay? Words spoken are not the most important factor that people have to focus on. According to Professor Albert Mehrabian of the University of California in Los Angeles, he said the word spoken accounts only to 7%. The tone of voice comes second because it accounts to 38%, which is important in personal communication as well. But in reality, the most important factor is body language, and that accounts to 55%. So I did mention body language previously and how important it was. So with this professor, it shows when he did his research, he says body language accounts to 55% of communication. Professor Mehrabian, he concludes that our feelings, attitudes, and beliefs about what someone says gathered not by the actual words spoken, but by the speaker's body language and the speaker's tone of voice. Thank you for viewing this presentation. Again, my name is Jacinthe Montalban. Have a great day.